when it comes to the actual project of 2 a.m. Orchestra, it kind of varies. Like you were telling me that you've done some acoustic stuff in the past, and this is more of like a rock iteration of 2 a.m. And what is the way you describe this project to me? It's you with revolving cast members. Is that how you say it, or?
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. Just because when I first started this here in Fresno around 2000, it was pretty much just me in a recording studio. And rather than be David Kelley, I wanted to adopt a project name, something that was versatile enough to incorporate any changes I might want to make.
Right.
That way you're not locked into something like, I am a metal band, I am a dubstep, reggae, hip-hop, jazz, fusion band.
Right.
You know? And from the beginning, I've always just been playing with friends that were into what I was doing, and that was the live band at the time. We've all seen different examples of this, maybe Nine Inch Nails as an example, or actually early Foo Fighters, where it's pretty much the expression of one guy working with what he can where he is.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
And you know what? It really does shine through, and you're getting a lot of steam behind. But right now, you're currently posted up in New Zealand, Auckland, right?
Yeah, so I'm here vacationing now, and so... Yeah.
So you're vacationing
in Fresno.
In Fresno, so from New Zealand to Fresno, and this is the first time you've been back in how long?
Oh man, it's been since 2011, I think.
2011, yeah. and you decided to come back in the middle of summer. What the hell are you thinking, David?
Well, hey man, I'm just escaping winter over there, so it's all right. The heat's a welcome.
Now, how is it over in New Zealand? It's beautiful, isn't it?
It's really nice, man. I went there thinking I was going to be there for 6 months or a year, and I've been there 5 years.
It's kind of like Maui. You go, you never leave.
Yeah, it's always green, and yeah, it's cool.
How is the local scene down over there?
I think it's great, you know, like, the population of the country, I think, is still under 5 million, but I live in Auckland, which is like 1 million plus, so
right.
It's kind of like the super city of an otherwise rural country or something,
right.
You know? So I found it quite nice. It's actually kind of like moving to a bigger city than something like Fresno, but at the same time not as spread out and annoying as LA.
No, yeah, which you did actually end up spending a little bit of time in LA, because you've been all over. Like, basically, you said you were born and raised here, you did a lot of stuff here, and then you decided just to go out, right?
Yeah, just to start doing stuff. You know?
You're one of those people I envy, man.
You're like 2009 is when I moved to New Zealand, and although I had a lot of unfinished tracks that I was working on that were probably meant to be the third album, which this is, I just started fresh, and I just started recording new material, just did demos in my house, and over the course of actually 4 years, it took 4 years, out of that came Working to Divide, you know? So it's my,
you know what I mean? Like, what is the inspiration that you're finding over there that makes this special to you?
Yeah, okay. To answer that question truthfully, I don't think it's anything about New Zealand in particular that inspired me to write this album or anything else. I think that arises within the individual. But having said that, like, geographical relocation or maybe a trauma or a joy in your life will definitely serve as a catalyst to write new material.
Right.
So I can definitely see this group of songs coming from that new atmosphere, a new perspective that I got. I couldn't tell you specific things maybe.
Right.
You know, like, oh, this song, this is, I was walking down the street, and it's not really like that. I think it's just... You change as a person and you grow, and of course organisms are not separate from their environment, and there's a little bit of New Zealand in there, and that's where the work was done, and that's where it came from, and I think it's a kind of a New Zealand thing. Whether you can hear that or relate to that, I don't know, but it feels like that to
right.
me, you know?
And that's really cool, man. Local Fresno boy goes all over, makes this album, the New Zealand album. I'm all about it, dude. You should be as well. Find him on his website.